We are commercializing basically on the rabbit farming at a larger scale. We have a capacity of 5,000 rabbits at the farm currently, with 50 outgrowers who are our farmers. Our target is to achieve this year a capacity of at least 50,000 rabbits. We have built a commercial collection center. We have done it, already finished, which is going to accommodate 50,000 rabbits, and it's already ongoing process. Basically, we want to start off taking the meat into the local market, and also we are looking for the export. Basically, we are looking on an export of at least 3 tons per month. That is our target. So that our offtake, we have been doing it for 5 years. This is our 7th year, and this is where we are heading now on off-taking the rabbit for meat. Lucky enough, today you will have a delicious rabbit meat from our farm, and we have also brought a breeds here, our breeds to the commercial breeds. Maybe you will have a question. I would like to pick it from here. You're most welcome. My name is Ali. I'm a General Duty Officer of Kapeka Livestock Farm. I represent calf in the regions of Middle East and in Africa. You're most welcome.
Why does one need to become or outgrow?
Should we pick 3 questions at once, or because I want us to, maybe some question may collide with along the question. So maybe 3 people. What does it take to be our outgrower? That is one. Another person? Maybe before I take you about how to grow system, I'll pick you some of our breeds. As calf, we majorly on all the breeds, but we are focusing on breeds which gives weight. So natively, our breeds locally here, we have them. I will show the difference with also the calf Kapeka breed. Kapeka breed was a hybrid of a selected indigenous breed from New Zealand. We picked some of the sample from the National Agriculture Institute in Kenya, where we brought some of the breeds, and we imported some from Italy also. So the breeds are, we have one basically New Zealand white, that's the pure breed. We also have Angola chinchilla, Flemish giant, and we also have California, which is white California. So all these rabbits are here, but now because we are looking at the meat, you will see the difference on our breeds with the native breeds in Uganda. What we did, we had to crossbreed the native breed with those breeds we got from those countries to get the best results on focusing on the weight, because our rabbits, we want them to, basically it's for meat, so we want weight beef, that is a beef, right? So we interbreeded those breeds to get the results. Now you will wonder, what is this breed? So now this is not a purely New Zealand white, but it should appear something like this. But because we diluted it with some of our indigenous breed to get the result, our rabbits weigh weight of 5 to 6 kg when they grow to maximum, that is in 6 to 8 months. However, the rabbit meat we are focusing on should be between 3 to 4 months maximum. And we want, in that maximum period, we want a rabbit to weigh a live, because we are focusing on a meat, a carcass meat, like when we slaughter this, 1.5 to 1.8 kilograms. We buy rabbits live from our outgrowers on a live scale that we put rabbit on the weighing scale, and the weight you score is the amount we buy. Currently in Uganda, we buy a weight at 15,000. A rabbit of 3 months, we project have at least 3 kilograms, a live weight, right? So because we want meat, also the tender of meat should be soft and delicate, as we say. So we don't wait rabbits to grow old because the meat will be hard. So we have a time period of from the first day to the day we expect, that is between 4 months, 3 months. That's where we expect the rabbit to weigh 3 kilograms. Okay? Our breeds give babies around 6 to 8 per birth. Yes. Rabbits give birth every month, but our rabbit we give them interval over half a year. What does it mean? That when these rabbits conceive and it will give the birth within 30 days, what we do after it gives birth, before it weans the baby, we let it rest again for a full month. A rabbit conceives as long as even after giving birth, the same time it can conceive again. You know that? Right. So another thing we do as a practice is avoiding inbreeding. Inbreeding is basically we don't allow the father to mount a daughter. So our breeds, we do ratio of 1 to 5. 1 to 5 means that a one male will serve 5 female. So the male there will only purposely be a sperm donor for the female one. So that we monitor the inbreeding in that phase. That our breeds for the female and the male we will segregate them basically to mount the female on the ratio of 1 to 5. Means that if I have a 12 cage here, I only expect to have 2 male, 10 male, 10 female, and 2 male. That is the ratio. You may ask me why. As I said already, it's part of the activities to avoid inbreeding and also focusing on the breed, a pure breed which we are focusing on to give us the best meat which is required by the market. The normal question people ask, where is the market of rabbit? That is, I expect before I leave here a question from you. 1, the market of rabbit is we are focusing on considering the nutritious value of the rabbit meat. Rabbit is one of the delicious one, tasty, that's what I mean the taste, and it's purely organic because it is a white meat. When we talk about white meat, it's a meat with a low cholesterol level. You may wonder or ask me, what is the cholesterol? Cholesterol is just I could call a fat which is in when you eat a meat and you leave maybe a plate, you will find a white garnish on the plate, especially if you use a plastic. That same thing when you eat a red meat in your stomach, the implication apply in your interior digestive system. That's why some of us, when you're going to the edge, you start facing we don't call it a old disease, but you start getting implications because your nervous systems start blocking. So that is basically cholesterol. Whereas when we talk about the white meat we are looking at fish. Fish is a meat. We are looking at chicken. It's also meat, white meat, and the rabbits. Those are the 3 the white meat we have, and they are low in cholesterol level. Sorry? For the pig, I myself, I don't know much about it, and I would not like to know much about it. So, that is one market audience we are looking at. People who want to live nutritiously. People who want to eat nutritious meat which is not impactful to their health. Rabbits feeds on organic, what we call grass, initially because they are formerly what? Wild animals, right? So they feed on the grass. The grass are organic, right? But in cow, we make our feeds a concentration we made from wheat, molasses, vitamins to get exactly the result on the weight on rabbit we want. So our feeds, even you can taste because it has no any effect. You like to taste? It's a purely organic solution from a natural fibers, Rabbits feeds in fibers. One reason, it helps its digestion processes. And rabbit is a gastric animal. It doesn't pass gases. You know about that? We know that?
We are learning.
You are learning.
Yes.
So that is one of the reasons that a rabbit doesn't have outsect, doesn't pass the gas. So if you feed rabbit in feeds which are not proper, you will get a normally common. This is why people wake up and say, my rabbit has died. One, it's called bloating. Bloating because the concentration on the food you give, it doesn't correspond with its digestive system. The stomach will intensely start growing, and within shortest time, the rabbit will lose conscious and eventually may die, right? Some of you may have had that kind of cases. So when it's like when you eat a lot in the wedding, maybe today you may experience it, and you have a gastric problem, then when you do like you feel the sound like for fene. Fene is a jackfruit, right? So in the rabbit it's happening. So if you don't identify that, rabbit cannot last for over 24 hours. One of the practices we do, because sometimes you don't know how the feeds are fed, and maybe you don't know, maybe it got some moisture content, some of those things. So you got a bloating. One of the things we do in our farm is closely supervising a rabbit per rabbit in every day. So our workers at the farm, they designated only to take care of the rabbits. Rabbits, one of the humblest animals. They can be kept in any environment because they don't have any noise pollution. They are very peaceful animals, right? For students, you might have heard that. So you will monitor them after feeding them in the morning. We feed them with the auto water supply. They need water to digest also the food. So you must ensure that there is a constant water supply. Part of what causes bloating is that when you don't provide enough water for the rabbit, which should be 24 hours, it may lead to that bloating. Part of the treatment of bloating, you may ask, how do you treat in case now we have got huge numbers of rabbits?